everybody. This is my 2003 Astro. It's a van I bought on Facebook Marketplace a couple years ago. It's been a good van. It's got the little 4.3 in it and a 4L60. It's a rear-wheel drive van. I bought it with the intention to do a swap. I wanted something fun to drive, but at the same time still kind of useful, so I can make some junkyard runs, pick up some big stuff, move some things, kind of handy to have. And I've still got the bench seats for it, so that's a plus. I just keep them in the basement unless I need them. But yeah, so this is getting the LS Swap treatment. This is the next project. The BMW is still out there. It's doing good. I'm going to probably do a couple more little upgrades on it, but for the most part, it's not really a priority at the moment. This is. So I bought a whole bunch of parts over the past so many years. I've got everything I could possibly need sitting on a shelf in bags, boxes, everything. I'm going to be breaking it all out, doing it, upgrading everything. So I never really saw a Astro van start to finish video. I've seen before and afters, but never somebody who actually went through the process. So I'm going to be yanking this out, going in with all the new stuff, putting it all together. I'm going to have to cut out a section of the radiator support because these are welded in supports on these vans. It's also drive-by cable. They were all drive-by cable, and I'm going to stick with drive-by cable. I've also got, the PCM that's in it is a Gen 3 PCM, so it's already what I need for the most part. I did manage to find an express van that had a 5.3 and a 4L80E in it, so I've already got the code for the most part that I need, and I think that PCM is actually the best one I can use in this scenario, just because it's set up for, I think it has the bigger map table, the bigger memory, so you can put more maps in there to cover forced induction operations. Because I do plan on putting a remote mount 78mm turbo on this at some point, and I definitely plan on going higher than 10 pounds of boost. That's going to be a later segment. The main thing for now is just to get it up and running, get the 5.3 to 4L80 in it, work all the kinks out, get it daily driving running, break all that motor in and all that stuff, and then once it's ready, I'm going to go ahead and remote mount the turbo and keep the stock exhaust manifolds, and because they're going to keep them pointed out the back. There just really wasn't any room to kind of run it front. You could, but it would not be a daily driver by any real means. I've got an aluminum 3-core radiator for it. I got the best one I could get. Nice one. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I don't have a mount kit. There's a company that makes a mount kit for these. Last time I checked, it was like $700 or something. It relocates the AC compressor. It moves the coils up a little bit because this factory OEM, the LS coil location on the valve cover would actually contact the cowl when you try to put it back on. So I'm going to have to manage all that, but I've got some S10 motor swap brackets I'm thinking might get me pretty far, and then I've also got a set of ICT billet aluminum, those kind of like ones that allow you to move things back and forth. I think between those two I should be able to make something work. I am going to keep AC on it, and I am going to do all the wiring just kind of like a plug and play operation. I'll do a segment on exactly what you need to do to pin to get it into the fuse block and all that stuff, and any wiring changes you got to make and all that. So there'll be a segment on that. I'm going to do another segment also on using like PCM Hammer. It's open source software for manipulating Gen 3 PCMs. Allows you to delete VATs, turn off errant codes for emissions related stuff, everything. So I'm going to go that route. So should be pretty plug and play. I am using Terminator X on the BMW, but I'm going to try not to use Terminator X on this and just see how far I can get. Maybe explore with HB tuners. I know it's a more difficult road to go, but I'm just trying to do a little bit more each time I do one of these swaps. But yeah, so I think everything's going to be going good. I have already put a 14 bolt in this. Anybody who owns one of these vans probably knows how difficult that would be, because these vans have a 3-inch offset on the diff, and nothing that went into the GMT 800 platform had an offset that big. I think like 1 inch, maybe 2 inches at most, but not 3. They really needed to make some room for the driver, so it's definitely over on one side. When you look at the back, you can look at the shock mounts and see how the pumpkin is just kind of more to the right. Yeah, the 14 bolts in there, I've got it going. I didn't do a video of that at the time just because I was in a hurry and it was something new for me. I'd never done one of those before. So it is what it is. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just going to do a start-stop on one of these, kind of blow through it. Probably try and do like a sped up video with narration explaining what I'm doing, unless I get into something critical or difficult, and I'll sit down and actually show what I'm doing. But other than that, yeah, this is the next project, and hopefully there's some Astro owners out there that'll get some useful information out of this, and maybe I'll convince somebody else to try and do one of these swaps. So yeah.